Hello, you guys. I just literally was in the middle of about a 10-minute share and I let it rip. And at the same time, I had one of those moments of like, maybe I should redo this. And then I was rudely interrupted by my alarm. Yes, that's right. I usually wake up before my alarm. I've been up for about an hour. It's 4 in the morning. I don't know. I was saying to someone too, I just love this time of day. I started waking up at 5 in the morning. Maybe back in like 2014, 2015, because of my yoga career, teaching at retreats 7 in the morning. You still got to wake up, meditate, try to like focus, you see. And then by, let me think, 2016, 2017, it shifted into like 3 in the morning. Hello. I was writing a book and stuff. And so all this like divine info flow, I don't know, divine. Okay, anyway, point being, do you like my shirt? Just also charity. I have been buying purely secondhand clothing since 2012, yo. And I know lots of people do that, but I think thrifting is the way forward because who needs slave labor? Let's abolish that shit and all the other crappy enslavement things that humans do for power. Like, ooh, gross, you guys. Who got the power? You've got the power in your heart. Like, be loving. Oh, who am I? Who am I to say, I just wish the world was a better place for you, for me, for the entire human race. There are people dying. And if you care enough for the living, let's make it a better place for you and for me. I can see spiders crawling around my roof. I live in the deep, deep countryside. I'm not gonna ramble. What? I'm not gonna ramble, but I'm rambling. I'm gonna pick some cards for this juicy, amazing Hala Shazam Love Heart Vibratory of the Most High. You guys rock my world. Or do I rock my world? I don't know. Oh, I think this is gonna be a better video. I went on a whole like feminist rant in the last video. If you're like, I want to see that blooper video, I'm like, I'll send it to you. It was about 10 minutes before I really got cut off. So this is for the Alta Love Collective. Divine guidance and love and clarity. Divine guidance and love and clarity. Oh, this 10 of Pentacles keeps wanting to be seen, but I am going to shuffle again. There's two characters. There's two characters here. So there's a Queen of Wands, this female character, but do what you like with the genders. This is in the upright. Knight of Swords is in the reverse. Is this Knight leaving? The Knight appears to be leaving the Queen. She seems really content, like in her power, etc. And there's a Two of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, so there's definitely been like a bit of a breakup. Oh, I swear to God, during this transit, this Aries Libra nodal axis, not to like freak people out, but there definitely could be endings of relationships, not awesome relationships, obviously, relationships that are a drain, that are codependent. As in, the North Node transiting through Aries for a lot of people is going to make them want to go out on their own, is going to make them want to claim more of their freedom, autonomy, sovereignty. And of course, in healthy relationships, we can be ourselves and we can change. And yet, in codependent, fear-based relationships, when we're empowering ourselves, it kind of shows the cracks, you could say. And so there's like straight up in a simple sense, for some of you, this Queen of Wands is leaving the nest. This Queen of Wands is leaving home, as it were, and standing on her own 2 feet. Like for some of you, it's actually maybe more to do with a child. So your child is grown and they're leaving the nest. This is also making you sad, making you feel like, oh no. But then again, for another portion of you, this is love, relationship, the Knight of Swords. Be aware as well during the Venus retrograde that things like, I want to use the word clandestine affairs, but I actually am not 100% sure on the meaning of that word. But Point being, I think that it's about affairs, like having love affairs and stuff like that. So there's 2 knights now. And that's why I'm thinking of like affairs is like, just be aware. Like I would say this Queen of Wands is very single, but why might she be single? She might be single because she wants multiple lovers. As in this, like, it's a funny one, right? No judgment. But this queen is looking at these knights. One knight is leaving, another knight's coming in. Yeah, the only thing that would have been broken, or the only types of relationship that would dissolve in this phase in the next year and a half is this imbalanced dynamics that are imbalanced. One person's giving, one person's taking. That's just not gonna work, right? Like, no matter how generous or how powerful you are, everybody has a limit, you know what I mean? This looks to me like there's a more appropriate partner here. So if you be resonating, Queen of Wands as well, this would be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is a fire sign, a bold, attractive, magnetic, female nobility, right? The kings and queens, the emperors, the empresses in the tarot, they're very powerful. And like that's part of why they're sitting in their throne, right? They're in the seat of their power. The King of Swords would be like mental mastery, somebody who's like, I almost want to say like tenure, like really, really academic, or just very intelligent, right? The Queen of Wands is magnetic and bold, and also I feel a bit of like psychic or mystical energies here, the occult, that kind of stuff. I almost get a sense from this queen that she's waiting for her partner to come in. And she might be dating. She might be seeing other knights on the round table, if you feel me. but she knows that none of these knights are gonna rock her world. Sorry, guys. It's all good. So she sits and waits patiently, creating her own foundation. There's a lot of stability in both these characters after a movement, after losses, and after some possibly painful separation. Definitely. So, and like, some of you might have been having sleepless nights about this. So if you were in a fairly low vibratory situation, or you're in a relationship where you knew deep down like you didn't want to be in it, these are the situations that cause us sleepless nights, right? Just these worrisome, like, look at this card. I wish I could make my eyeball pop out just for a second. But that's painful. And so often is the case, by the time we make the cut, or by the time we actually break free, finally the psyche, mind, body can actually process the reality, right? Manifesting change, right? And then stepping into this world. Yeah, so I kind of get that powerful. Somebody stepping away from something unhealthy or low vibratory, maybe going on a few dates, knowing your worth, knowing what you deserve. And this is part of the Venus retrograde as well. Like, just take your time, go on some dates, etc. And then as and when, if you meet somebody more significant. So this is a fire sign and an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. But again, this would be an impassioned. These are 2 sustainable characters. Like, these are people who are on top of their world, right? They create their worlds and they're on top of it. The world card. I think for some of you, you're just very patient around, again, knowing your worth. That card always comes out as well. Some of you, so there's a lot of sword energy. And then I just look down, when I see the animal card, I often think of somebody watching you. but not in like a creepy, maybe it is creepy, but we all do it, right? But this is an energy of maybe somebody's watching you, right? Like somebody's checking you out, or yeah. There it wants to come through. So that's, see that beautiful, gorgeous eye. That's what I see about somebody, or somebody's paying somebody else to watch you. Be mindful of your energies, you guys. So like some of you might, especially empath community, like you want to be really, maybe even a bit protective with your energy. See that snake protecting the cosmic codes, protecting the sacred geometric structures, right? This is really important for the honing of the intuitive capacities. That I don't think it's like by chance that I've ended up living super deep in the countryside. Yes, I do love it. Yes, there's like deterrence, right? It's not necessarily as convenient. There's more driving. You have to organize, but the depth of quietude for mental stillness, and obviously bodily stillness and stuff, and just to be able to flow is gorgeous, right? And that has a large part to do with that it's like 20 or 30 minutes away from the nearest shop, from the nearest groupings of other humans. And so that clarity of thinking can come through. Everybody's different, of course. Some people thrive in city environments. I just knew years ago, actually, shortly after I got back from my yoga training, I just like had a very visceral, instantaneous shift where I had an inner knowing of, I can't live in a city anymore. Even just the noise pollution of cars mooching about everywhere. And and then again, within days, the universe started coordinating a pretty radical change. That's what I mean about like with purity and intention. I was on one path, I was breaking down, couldn't survive on that path, and then in earnest, right, found a path that I loved the yoga, and it was like the universe just opened a bunch of doors. I just had to walk through them. So I know that in regards to being guided intuitively, it's not like you're in control, but you're being led by the heart, and through that heart's leading you, it's almost like it magnetizes or bends reality to open. That's how I've interpreted or felt into it. It's like going down a path that wasn't actually for me felt like resistance. It felt like struggle. It felt like me bashing my head against a wall. Me falling back, one, into my yoga practice, and then two, into teaching yoga. That's what it felt like. Just fall back, like surrender, let go, let yourself. And I honestly couldn't tell you the miraculous unfolding, and often very turbulent, because I was like no idea what the fuck was going on. But then doors opened. You just keep at it. I just kept practicing and kept showing up when people wanted to learn, or people wanted to practice. So I don't know. I guess we all have our different experiences, which can be shared and can maybe offer value to one another. I don't think there's a right or wrong. I don't think there's one right way to be. I don't even think, it's like that thing of like vibration teaches, like people that are too in their head and just focus on the words or focus on the logic, I often think miss the point of the heart's alchemy, of the true potent power of our beingness, like in these bodies. It's supremely awesome. And yet, we live in this weird superficial culture where it's like, you're not awesome, only your burqa bag is awesome. You're not awesome. Although I'm gonna go see Barbie with my mom on Saturday. What? It's just, I think that Margot Robbie and I want to say Sean Penn, but that's not his name. The man playing Ken. Who is he? He's super cute and Canadian. Tell me his name. What's that song? Oh, what's your name? Oh, what's your name? Are you a Vicky? Are you a Molly? Do you remember that song? Yeah. Okie doke. So that's it, you guys. Relinquishing control, but still stay protected. Protecting your sacred vibratories. There's two aspects here. For some of you, there could be some opportunities around the work that mean you've got a decision to make. And for some of you, breaking free from one dynamic, maybe going to start dating and eventually meet. This King of Swords. Air and fire go really well together, by the way. And part of this movement for a lot of you is to do with equanimity in your relationship. Whether business, romantic, friendship, you're just standing in your power and going, no, I know what I want. I know what I deserve. And I need more give take, right? It's that equanimity of, giving and taking, giving and receiving, or whatever. Anyway, I hope that was a little bit of sprinkle of fun for you guys. I'm wishing you a super juicy, glorious day. Don't forget that you're awesome, that you're loved, and you get to choose. Remember that you can watch your mind. You don't have to be a victim of your mind. It's powerful stuff and really trippy, actually. Doesn't, life is weird. That's part of why I do what I do, is that at various moments early on in life, I just was like, what the fuck? All through high school, middle school, uni, it was always like that weird thing of like, God, what's Molly talking about today? Anyway, no judgment here. I love you guys. Thanks for being my internet friends, and go buy stuff from Ulta Love, because that's how I make a money. But mostly, I was gonna say free love, but don't, because fucking internet is such a bullshit. Anyway, but it's at the same polarities, right? Because I'm so grateful to be able to connect with you guys, make some of my bestie friends through the internet work, and of course pioneer a brand that pays for me to eat. Although I could be a breatharian. No, I couldn't. Food is too good. At pleasure. Stop talking. Okay, bye. You guys have an awesome day. I love you. Like my shirt? I do too. It's freaking awesome. Thanks, Levi's. Actually, it's not Levi's. It's somebody who decided to take this top. I'm still talking. You're still listening. If you're here, high five yourself. High five. High five. But give yourself a hug and have an awesome day. I'm going to stop talking now. Peace.